Pretty sad, isn't it? Now, there's lots of time to get in touch with us here on Weekend AM. You can text us by writing AM plus your comment to 53131.
You can now text us on WhatsApp too. The number is 0896 111 111.
Or you can email weekendam@virginmedia.ie.
And you can find us at Weekend AM VMT on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
Time now, though, for another look through the keyhole at a jealousy-inducing property. This time, I'm in Newgrange in Kiltiernan in County Dublin, where I had a snoop around this 4,219 square foot, 5-bedroom mansion set on 10 acres in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains. Have a look at this.
Don't think about it, just move your body.
So Callum, here we are at Newgrange in Kiltiernan in County Dublin, and before we get to the house we have to talk about the grounds. This is a house set on 10 acres.
It's set in 10 acres within 15 to 10 minutes from Dundrum Shopping Centre and 15 to 10 minutes from the middle of the Dublin Mountains. I mean, it's quite a unique piece of property and real estate in this day and age. Your main entrance is off a relatively quiet road, which is really very pleasant indeed. And then you enter through substantial gates with its own gate lodge, and then you have a sweeping tree-lined drive with fruit trees and various others, and suddenly you arrive at the entrance to this wonderful house with wonderful views looking back over the city.
Yes, and that sweeping driveway is not something you see, even at this level, very much anymore. It's quite the luxury, isn't it?
But that's the benefit of having a larger plot of ground in which the house is standing in the middle of. You can only have the sweeping drive if you have the acres to go with it, unfortunately.
Of course, yes, and it's carved out really nicely. So talk to us about the house. It was built in...
The house was built in 1988.
88.
The owner having had the lands for a little while before that. Then the addition of the gate lodge was put in, and then the grounds were gradually developed and landscaped. The family that lived here enjoyed their horses, so they've got a few stables out the back. The paddocks are so aligned so that you can graze your horses and keep them close at hand. And generally, a very, very well-found family home.
It certainly is, isn't it? You enter into quite a dramatic reception area as well, Callum.
The hall is always an important part of entering into a property to get the feel of it, and you've got that magnificent sweeping staircase that takes you up to the first floor. The hall enters into the grand reception room, some people call it the drawing room, and then you come into the room that we're sitting in here with its air and space and the views, sunlight, everything that you could think of. The beauty of this house is the way it flows. You come in the front door, you can come into the drawing room directly off the hall. Then from the drawing room you can access into the family sitting room, which is just a nice little cosy room, then into the kitchen, and then you come back to the hall and into the dining room. At the far end of the house you have an extra bathroom, and you have 3 rooms down there, including the utility room.
Really generous proportions, the rooms, each of them, but little standout features for me: the details, the architraves, the coving, the fireplaces. Incredible, intricate detail, isn't there?
The individual who built this house had an interest in style. There's no two ways about it. It's always been difficult to reconstruct a classical house in the modern idiom. And then, of course, it is lovely to have a grand open fire with a nice mantelpiece around it.
Of course, yeah, it's a rare thing as well in modern homes in particular, isn't it? Who is the typical buyer, Callum, do you think?
I think the typical buyer is going to be a family.
Before we let you go, will you talk to us about the asking price?
We're currently quoting an asking price of 2.39 million.
Okay.
The reason for that is that it's so close to Dublin. It's a good house. It's in lovely grounds, and it's close to the city centre, yet you feel and are in the middle of the countryside.
I feel better when I'm dancing, I'm better when I'm dancing. Hey, feel better when I'm, yeah.
Holy gamoly.
That's a family home if ever you saw one, isn't it?
Now that's how the other half lives.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah, I think the gate lodge is probably bigger than your average Irish home, to be perfectly honest with you.
Stables.
Stables, a workshop, yeah.
Plenty of room for your whirly burgers. You can get loads of
I
whirly
think
burgers
actually,
now.
sorry, the price, by the way, is 2.35.
Oh,
I'm
is
not
that
sure
all?
what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll have two of them.
Yeah, sure, look
The whirly burgers are almost trending.
They are. Well,
A lot of people talking about them.
Somebody treated me there and said whirly burgers are all well and good, Simon, but apparently in the southeast, the risole burger,
Risole burger.
which I never heard of, someone might explain that to me, is the king of burgers down south.
I clearly don't get out much. I haven't heard of the
I
risole
think-
or the
I
whirly
think
burger.
there should be an inter-county championship, a burger championship.
A battle.
Give us your best burger.
Battle of the
Will
burgers.
the Dubs win with the risole beat the whirly burger?
Maybe we should do a whole lineup of them one weekend.
I'm not going to say no to that.
Research. Right. How do marinated pork chops sound?
Sound
Do
all
they
right, yeah.
compare?
Yep.
Right, that's what's on the menu next. See you shortly.